Welcome back to the deep dive. Sometimes you look at a stack of sources, maybe something really technical, maybe classic fiction, and you just dive in.
Yeah.
And today we're doing just that with a 1953 sci-fi short story. It's called The Water Eater.
Winston K. Marks. And it's a brilliant little piece, really. It sort of digs into what happens when everyday chemistry goes completely off the rails.
Right, like household chemistry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What happens when just some regular guy, described as having an inquiring mind, starts mixing up his cleaning supplies because he made a mess.
A blue-collar guy, specifically. Our protagonist is Charlie. He drives a beer truck, but he's also a big reader of popular science.
So he fancies himself a bit of a tinkerer, a home scientist type.
Yeah, and that curiosity is really what kicks this whole nightmare off. It starts pretty mundanely, actually. Friday night.
Right, his oil burner floods. High winds, apparently. He can't get the drain plug out, so he's stuck bailing oil.
Oof, the old rag and string method, the story says. Tedious stuff.
And messy, which
Nah.
leads to the real problem.
He needs somewhere to dump the oily rags. Or wring them out, rather. And he grabs.
Oh, no.
Yep. His wife Lottie's prized kitchen roaster pan.
Oh, Charlie. So now the cellar isn't the issue. It's this roasting pan reeking of crude oil, and Sunday dinner's coming up.
That's the trigger. He absolutely has to get this pan clean. It's not about inventing something amazing. It's about, well, saving his Sunday pig hawks from Lottie's anger, probably. Okay, so the experiment begins. He's determined to, chemically obliterate this oil smell. What does he use?
First, very hot tap water, then the heavy stuff, a really strong soap powder.
And the story gives us a key detail here.
It does. Lottie apparently complained this same powder had ruined her aluminum coffee pot.
Oof, that tells you it's seriously caustic.
Oh, yeah. Likely full of lye, sodium hydroxide. And Charlie even knows this, sort of. He tells Lottie he's trying to, quote, saponify the oil.
Which is, the basic process for making soap. Using a strong base like lye to turn fat or oil into soap. Simple chemistry, really.
That was the plan. But Charlie, well, he improvises. He starts adding pinches of other detergents, squirts of liquid wonder cleaners, stuff he probably doesn't even know the composition of.
Just throwing everything in the pot.
Basically, yeah, creating this chemical cocktail, and then he lets it sit and cool.
And that's when things get weird. It doesn't just stay a soapy liquid.
No. The story says as it cooled, it became a supersaturated solution, held more stuff dissolved than it should have, and instead of just precipitating out, it coagulated.
Coagulated?
Into what? Into this, half-solid jelly, shimmery, all those random chemicals somehow linked up, an unstable matrix.
Okay, so now he's got this weird jelly instead of clean water. What does he do? He can't just throw it out, can he? He's got to test it.
Of course. He's got that inquiring mind, remember? He finds another pan, one soaking some scorched carrots, maybe half an inch of water in it.
And he drops a blob of the jelly in.
Yep. Just a small glob, and right away it does something totally unexpected.
It doesn't dissolve.
Not at all. It doesn't clean anything, doesn't dilute, it just stays there. But the water around it starts to disappear. It seems to, swallow the water.
Whoa. Without getting bigger or changing density.
Exactly. It just takes the water. So Charlie pours the jelly out of the carrot pan into a pie tin to get a better look.
And the carrot pan.
Bone dry. The carrots look desiccated, the story says. The tops crumble to dust when he touches them.
So this jelly is like a super desiccant. It's sucking all the moisture out, aggressive.
Inefficiently, yeah. Way beyond anything normal. It's not just absorbing, it's somehow removing the water at a molecular level, maybe. It's definitely acting like a single entity now.
Okay, that's creepy. This leads him to do the famous finger test, right?
The infamous finger test. He's still in scientist mode, gotta poke the weird substance.
What happens?
He sticks his finger in, describes a ripple converging back, and then the jelly surface actually climbs his finger, maybe 1/8 of an inch.
Climbs?
Yeah, with a gentle sucking sensation. And when he pulls his finger out...
Let me guess. Powdery dry.
Powdery dry, instantly desiccated. But importantly, the story notes, it felt unclammy. A dry, cold suction. Not sticky.
Okay, I'd be getting seriously freaked out now.
Well, he is, but it's Lottie who really reacts. She's been watching this whole weird process.
What does she do?
She screams, just points and insists, it is! It is alive. And then she runs out of the house.
Smart woman. Her gut reaction confirms Charlie's own growing dread.
Absolutely. She saw it before he fully admitted it to himself. It wasn't just chemistry. It felt like thirst, intent.
And does it move?
Oh, yeah. While he's dealing with Lottie's reaction, he looks back and the glob has oozed over the edge of the pie tin. It's flowing across the table towards him.
Towards him? Why?
It was thirsty, the story suggests, feeding on the humidity in the air, like alcohol attracting water, but more so. And Charlie, he's a big bag of water. A target.
Okay, wow. So science experiment mode is over. This is defense now.
Pretty much. He needs to understand this thing. What are its limits? So he scrapes it up. It's about a quart size now, into a bucket, takes it to the laundry tub.
And performs the faucet test.
Critical test. He turns the faucet on, hard stream of water.
And the jelly just drinks it.
Drinks it without dissolving, yeah. But then it does something else. It starts creeping up the stream of water.
Up the stream. Against the flow.
Exactly. Forms like a 3-inch column, climbing towards the faucet itself. He has to wrench the faucet off super fast.
That's undeniable intent. It's not passive. It's hunting the water source.
That's the moment you really think, okay, this isn't just weird chemistry. This feels like, well, something new, something alive, maybe?
He keeps testing it, though, right? Trying to figure out its properties.
He does. He drops an ice cube into it.
What happens? Does it melt fast?
No, it's weirder. The jelly pulls back slightly, lets the cube make a dent, then slowly flows back around it and engulfs it. Swallows it whole.
What?
No splash, no puddle on top. The ice just vanishes into the mass.
Absorbed instantly.
What?
What about, like, density? Physics?
He checks that, too. It's heavier than water. He drops some mercury in, and it sinks, but slowly. But the really odd thing is the surface.
What about it?
It shows no meniscus. You know that curve water makes against the side of a glass?
Yeah, surface tension.
Right. This stuff has none. Perfectly flat right to the edge. It suggests either zero surface tension or it's just instantly incorporating any water molecule it touches at the surface. It's fundamentally unnatural.
Okay, that lack of meniscus is deeply weird. What about temperature? Is it hot from all this activity?
That's maybe the weirdest part. He measures it. 58 degrees Fahrenheit.
Which is?
Exactly room temperature in his basement. It has no heat of its own.
Ooh, how? If it's consuming water, growing, moving, metabolism creates heat, right? That's basic biology.
Usually, yes. This implies some kind of incredibly efficient, maybe cold chemical process. Like, it doesn't need an exothermic reaction to power itself. It just consumes water directly for structure or energy, maybe. It's a huge puzzle, even for sci-fi.
And this makes Charlie, the popular science reader, start thinking bigger picture, doesn't it?
It does. He actually connects it back to something he read, some physicist's theory. The idea that life might have started on early Earth, when hot chemicals just randomly stumbled into the first characteristics of life. Abiogenesis.
So he's wondering if he's accidentally recreated the dawn of life in his laundry tub with soap and cleaners.
Kind of, yeah. That's the chilling implication Marx puts forward. Life doesn't necessarily need lightning strikes and primordial soup over millions of years. Maybe it just needs the right unstable mix of, caustic soap, grease, and some mystery ingredients. Instant chemical life.
Wow. A life form whose only purpose seems to be drinking.
Its only important talent, the story calls it, drinking anything with water. But it's picky.
Picky how?
It only wants the H2O. Anything dissolved in the water gets discarded. He tests this, sprinkles some beer drippings on it.
What happens?
They sizzle, turn to dust, and get pushed aside off the main jelly mass. Like it's clearing the decks, keeping itself pure, focused only on hydration. And it keeps growing. All Saturday, all Sunday.
How big does it get?
By Sunday midnight, it's filled 2/3 of the laundry tub. It's huge. And the slow drip from the faucet keeps the surface in this constant frenzy.
And this has gone way past curiosity. It's a monster in his basement.
He realizes it too. The vigil is over. He thinks, kill it.
How do you kill something like that? What does he try first?
The obvious thing? Maybe. Heat. Boiling water. He gets the tea kettle going.
And pours boiling water on it.
Tries to. But the jelly reacts instantly. It senses the heat maybe. It runs up the stream of boiling water.
Like it did with the cold water.
But faster. Way faster. The story says 10 times as fast. The heat seems to supercharge it and make it more aggressive.
Oh no. Does it reach the kettle?
It blows the lid off and then it swarms over his hand as he's holding the kettle.
Does it burn him?
Yes, but in a really weird way. He describes a scalding dry slither. It's not hot itself, remember, but it desiccates his skin so fast it feels like a burn. It boils the moisture right out of his flesh before dropping back into the tub.
That's horrifying. Okay, boiling water is out. What's next? Plan B.
Plan B is extreme. He goes and gets a large blowtorch, pumps it up high.
Okay, serious heat now. Industrial strength.
Full blast. The flame roars. And the jelly reacts to this. It shrinks away from the direct flame. It grows cloudy.
Does it burn? Catch fire?
No. That's the thing. It doesn't ignite. It resists incineration. It just reduces, shrinks down under the intense heat.
What's left? What does it reduce to?
When he finally manages to cook the last writhing bit of it, what's left in the bottom of the tub is just maybe half a pound of singed-looking soap flakes.
Soap flakes. So it basically reverted back to its original components.
Seems like it. It started as this caustic, soapy mess, and under extreme heat stress, it just broke down into inert soap. Its basic building blocks may be chemically damaged.
So he did it. He killed the batch in the laundry tub. Weekend nightmare over.
The immediate nightmare, yes. But then comes Monday morning, and Charlie, the beer truck driver, can't bring himself to go to work. He's frozen by a realization.
What is it?
Remember back on Friday night when he first made the jelly? He only scooped out a cupful to test.
Oh, right. What happened to the rest of that initial batch? The main part of the coagulation.
While Charlie was distracted, Lottie, in her cleaning panic, just washed it down the drain.
Down the drain. Oh, no. Where does the drain go?
Charlie knows exactly. The sewer system in his town empties into Lake Michigan.
One of the Great Lakes. A practically limitless supply of fresh water.
And his brewery. Where he needs to drive his truck, it's right there on the shore of Lake Michigan.
So he ends the story just paralyzed.
Yeah. He just says he's afraid to drive down there and look.
Wow. That is genuinely chilling. The idea that this thing, this accidental chemical life, is now potentially loose in a massive freshwater ecosystem.
And it was scalable. We saw it grow. It was efficient. It resisted destruction. If something like that can be made just by mixing household cleaners, starting with simple lye soap.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other kinds of chemical life or pseudo-life could be lurking just beyond what we understand? Maybe accidentally created all the time.
Marx really leaves you with that thought. Maybe the real monsters aren't aliens from space, but the chaotic chemistry we've got right under our sinks, just waiting for the wrong ingredients to mix.
Definitely gives you pause before you try to clean a really tough stain by just pouring everything on it. A truly unsettling deep dive today. Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.